Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing good. Yogpath Wellness welcomes you all to today's Yogpath Weekly Yog Doubt session. My name is Rashmi and today we are going to discuss about standing and balancing asanas. Hello everyone. So I hope you all are doing good. There is a question why we are discussing balancing and standing asanas first. Because there is a yogic sequence. There is a yogic protocol which we follow. So, if I tell about you the yogic sequence and the yogic protocol, so the first we follow in any yogic class, the sequence. The sequence matters the most. The first sequence is the opening ritual. Opening ritual means it contains mantras chanting like Om chant, Gayatri mantra, Mahamrityunjay mantra, these type of mantras. Then we start with the Sukshma Vyayam, and it's also known as micro exercises. It contains the joint movements. Then we go to the standing and balancing asanas. And the next sequence after standing and balancing asanas comes to the sitting postures or sitting asanas. After sitting asanas, we practice the prone postures. And after the prone postures, we practice the supine postures. And at the end, we follow the closing ritual, which contains the mantras chanting as well as the Shanti part. So today, we discussed in detail about the standing and balancing asanas. I would like to share with you all the screen. So we discuss about in detail about our topic, standing and balancing asanas. So standing and balancing asanas, what do you understand by these asanas? Any of you? Okay, let's discuss. Standing and balancing asanas are an essential part of yoga practice for several reasons. Today, we discuss about these reasons mainly. So the first reason is the foundation. Standing poses from the foundation of many yoga sequences. They help to establish proper alignment, grounding, and stability in the body. By practicing standing poses, you build strength in the legs, improve your posture, and develop a solid foundation for more advanced poses. So, the foundation is the main reason for starting a session with standing or balancing asanas. And our next point is the core stability. The most important thing, the core stability, which means balancing asanas or standing asanas require the strong core muscles to maintain equilibrium in your body. The equilibrium state means the balanced state in your body. These poses engage the abdominal muscles, obliques, and lower back, helping to strengthen and stabilize the core. So, a strong core not only supports the balance but also improves overall functional movement and reduces the risk of injury. Third, we are going to the next point, which is the focus and concentration, which is the main thing in balancing asanas or standing asanas, the focus and concentration. So, these poses demand concentration and mental focus as well. As you work to maintain your balance, you must quit the mind, stay present in the moment, and direct your attention to the sensations in your body. This cultivates mindfulness and enhances mental clarity, promoting a state of focused awareness both on and off the mat. So it's also an important point. Let's discuss the next. Point is our fourth point, which is Uh, please for next slide. Yes, the balance and coordination. So, as the name suggests, balancing poses improve balance and coordination. As it is visible in the slide, the fourth point is balance and coordination. So, they challenge your body and awareness of its position in space and require coordination between different muscle groups and body parts. Regular practice of balancing asanas can help refine your sense of balance, coordination, and spiritual awareness. Our next point is the mind body connection. Mind body connection means the motor nerves and the sensory nerves both are connected with each other. Our brain and our body is connected with each other. So, how we get aware about it? Through these balancing asanas. Balancing poses encourage a deeper connection between the mind and body. As you focus on your breath and the sensations in your body, you develop greater awareness and sensitivity to subtle movements and energy flows. This fosters a deeper sense of self awareness, mindfulness, and presence. Our sixth point is very important, which is the strength and flexibility. Let's come to the strength and flexibility through the standing asanas and balancing asanas. It builds strength and flexibility in the body. They target major muscle groups such as the legs, glutes, core, and shoulders, while also stretching and lengthening tight muscles and fascia. This balanced approach to strength and flexibility promotes overall functional fitness and mobility. The next point is grounding and centering. So the standing poses help to ground and center the body, fostering a sense of stability and rootedness. They connect you to the earth beneath you, anchoring your energy and promoting a feeling of security and grounding. This can be particularly beneficial during time of stress or uncertainty, helping to calm the mind and restore a sense of equilibrium. So let's talk about the asanas. First, the pranamasana, which is very simple standing pose, also known as the prayer pose. Pranamasana. And it is the entering or starting pose of Surya Namaskar. In sun salutation, first we do the Pranamasana in standing pose. So the name has roots in the Sanskrit word pranama, means pay respect, and asana means posture or pose. It is also called the praying pose because in this asana, hands are held together in Anjali Mudra. When we join our both palms, it makes an Anjali Mudra or the Namaskar Mudra, which we place in the center of your chest or in between the chest or in the Anahat Chakra. This asana is a part of the Surya Namaskar series. So, this asana have some contraindications. Let's talk about it. Contraindications. If someone is suffering from neck, shoulder, arm, back injury, spondylitis, vertigo, frozen shoulder, or any shoulder serious injury, any surgery, should avoid pranam asana. But a healthy person can easily do the pranam asana. Now, talk about the benefits of these asanas. Yes, benefits of these asanas are if you do pranamasana, it increase your focus, your concentration level, and it spiritually grows you. So let's start pranamasana in a demo session. Let's start pranamasana with me. Stand on your mat. Okay. Pranamasana is very simple. So let's start pranamasana. Join your both legs. Inhale. Raise both arms by side. Join both palms and exhale. Placing between your chest in your Nahat chakra. Close your eyes. Deep inhale and exhale. Again inhale and exhale. It calms your mind. It increases your focus and your concentration. So this is very simple asana. This is called pranamasana. Basically, just join your both palms in prayer pose and standing asana. Let's discuss about our next asana. Please down forward the slide. Down. Please slide down the slide. Slide down. Slide down. Slide down. Yes. Slide down. Slide down. Slide down. Slide down. Slide down. Uh, Please slide down to the end. Okay, slide up. Slide up. Slide up to the pranamasana. Okay, slide up to the pranamasana. Now, the next asana is Tadasana. Please slide down to the Tadasana. Okay, so the Tadasana, the palm tree pose, we discuss about the introduction, benefits, and contraindication of Tadasana. Please slide down the slide. Basically, the Tadasana is the basic standing asana on which many other poses are founded. The feet are together. So it's a instruction of Tadasana. The feet are together and hands are at the sides of the body. The posture is entered by standing with the feet together, grounding evenly through the feet and lifting through the crown of the head. So next is our the benefits of Tadasana, as you see in this slide in the screen, it is physically and mental. It increases the balance physically and mentally, prevents from chronic obesity, related disease such as diabetes, heart problems, and hypertension. It enhances balance and coordination. The entire spine is stretched and loosened, helping to clear up congestion of the spinal nerves at the points where they emerge from the spinal column. Tadasana stretches the rectus abdominal muscle. The main muscle which is stretched in Tadasana is abdominal muscle called rectus abdominal muscle and the intestines and is useful during the first 6 months of pregnancy to keep the abdominal muscles and nerves toned. It improves the cognitive functioning and enhances your focus, memory, and concentration. Next, we are going to see the contraindications of Tadasana. For those who are contraindicated for doing Tadasana, never hurry while doing Tadasana, especially if you are a beginner. Start slow and build your practice because it is a standing plus a balancing asana. So, for a beginner, you should start slow and build your practice step by step. And don't do this asana if you are suffering from fever or cold. This asana must be avoided if you are experiencing extreme stress or anxiety. So let's practice Tadasana. Please stand on your mat. Okay. Keep the gap of 5 to 6 inches between your feet. Okay. For the beginners, when you are come to the intermediate level, you can join your both feet closely. So let's start. Inhale, raise your both arms, interlock your fingers, put it on your head. Inhale, stretch up, and slowly stretch up your heels up. Focus on one point. The focus is very important in Tadasana. Exhale down. Again, inhale up. Hold. Focus on one point. Exhale down. Again, third time, inhale up, Tadasana. And exhale down. Relax both hands beside your thighs. Sit on your mat. So basically, this is a Tadasana. Now, I would like to call Shweta ma'am for a next further session.
The next is Kriya Tadasana. This asana, it is known as the swine palm pose. Because of its posture, in English the word Triyak means oblique, Tat means palm or mountain, and asana means pose. So it may also be called as an oblique mountain pose or a palm tree pose. It is also known as the Parso Tadasana or upward palm tree. The palm tree asana is a variant of the Tadasana pose in which the body is bent on the sides. It is an excellent stretching pose that adds flexibility in the shoulder, spine, and waist region. The next slide. The benefits of Tadasana are it provides physical and mental balances. It prevents from chronic obesity related to related diseases such as diabetes, heart problem, and hypertension. It enhances balance and coordination. The entire spine the next benefit is the entire spine is stretched and loosened, helping up and clean up congestion of the spinal nerve at the point where they emerge from the spinal column. If Tadasana stretches the tree's abdominal muscle and the intestine, and it is the useful during the first 6 months of pregnancy to keep the abdominal muscles and nerves functional. It improves the cognitive functioning and enhances your focus, memory, and concentration. Next slide, please. The contraindications or the precaution of this Kriya Tadasana are the people who are suffering from the injury and surgery, any kind of injury in the legs, arms, shoulders, and surgery related to any internal organ or any part of the body, especially the shoulders and the wrists, then they should avoid this pose. The pregnant woman should also avoid this pose. Hasuttanasana. The next asana is Hasuttanasana. This is also known as standing backward bending. The Hastasana is a standing backward pose. In Sanskrit, Hast means hands, it means intense, and the chan means stress. Uttan means stretch. When they are combined it literally, it means hand intense stretch. It is one of the asana practiced in Surya Namaskar sequence, and It is a variation usually as a second and 11th pose of Surya Namaskar. The benefits of this asana are it stretches the back of the legs, the hips, and the spine. It strengthens the legs, thighs, and the knees. It balances the nervous system and calms the mind. Next, it improves digestion, stimulates the liver and kidney. Next, it can relieve tension in the lower back when practiced with knee bands. The contraindications or the precaution of this asana are if you have an injury in your neck, shoulder, or spine, so you should have to avoid this asana and keep your arms at side or in Anjani Mudra in front of your heart. And the next precaution is if you have a neck, hip, or spinal injury, you will likely want to do different poses such as Uddiyana Hastasana. So first listen to your body if it is comfortable to you or not. The next precaution is if you have vertigo, so you should avoid this pose because it triggers the vertigo. The next is if you have high blood pressure, you should avoid this pose. And if you are pregnant, you should practice this asana with very extra care. Back bending, and apply unwanted pressure on your worm. So you should be very careful while bending towards the bending your torso towards in front of. So the next asana is Padhastasana, standing forward bending. It is also known as standing forward bending. In the Padmasana is a standing forward fold and one of the 12 basic posture of Hatha Yoga. It is also the third pose of Surya Namaskar, the sun salutation sequence. It is believed to reduce arms, which means heaviness or inertia in the body. The pose comes from the Sanskrit word which means pad means foot and the meaning is hand and asana means pose. So it is also known as, so thus it is also called Padhastasana. Next slide, please. The benefits of this asanas are it stretches the back of the legs, the hips, spine, and the next is it strengthens the legs, thighs, and knees. It balances the nervous system and calms the mind. It improves digestion, stimulates the liver and kidneys. It can relieve tension in the lower back and when practiced with knees. The contraindication and the precaution of this asana are the people with migraine, epilepsy, or acute vertigo need to avoid this pose or do it in a very small intervals. Also, the people with nerve syndrome or any kind of injury or wrist stiffness, they should avoid this pose and wrist banding should be avoided in this pose. The next is Trikonasana. Trikonasana is also known as side bending triangle pose. So this asana means pose or posture and Trikon means the triangle. Thus this asana is called Trikonasana. It is a very easy asana to perform and it is extremely beneficial to your health. The next slide is the benefits of this asana are Trikonasana may help in relieve stiffness, enhancing flexibility of the legs, especially the back muscles of the thighs, hamstrings. The side away bending pose may help to elongate the leg muscles and possibly improve the strength of the thighs, calves, and the legs. The precautions and contraindications of this asana are people with neck, knee, shoulder, or ankle injury should avoid this pose. People with hip, knees, legs, neck, and the abdominal injury, they should avoid this pose. The people with migraines, headaches, or vertigo, they also should avoid this pose. The next, people with hip, neck, and knee, or any kind of injury, they should be very careful while doing this asana, and they must try to avoid this pose. And the people who have the high blood pressure, they should be very careful while doing this asana, and they should be very careful while doing it, and especially if you have the low blood pressure. So now I'm going to demonstrate the Kriya Tadasana. So stand straight, bring both of your legs together, apart, legs apart with 10 centimeter. Keep your hands besides. Then cross your fingers. Take a deep breath in. Raise your hands slowly. Upside. Now uplift your ankles and stand on your toes. Then now move your torso towards the left side. Bend towards the left. And stand straight. Now breathe out and bring the hands down. Stand straight. Now we are going to perform Trikonasana. So wide your legs, stand straight and keep your hands aside. Widen your legs as much as you can. Put your foot towards the right side. Stand straight, straight your torso, and then move your right hand towards the down and raise your left hand. This is Trikonasana. Now breathe out and bring the hands down. Now we will do it from the another side. Now move your left leg towards the left and bring down your left hand to touch the left leg and try to touch the toes. And then raise your right hand. While inhaling, take a deep breath in. Hold the posture as much as you can and feel the stretch in your body. Now, exhale Breathe out and then slowly bring your hands down. Now come to the normal position. Now we will perform the Padhastasana. Stand straight. Bring your hands towards the sides. Now breathe in. Raise your hands up. While breathing out, slowly down your hands in front of you and try to touch the toes. Feel the stress as much as you can. Hold the pose for a while. Breathe out slowly and then raise your hands. Now bring the hands down slowly while breathing out. Now again, raise your hands. Slowly breathe in. Now put your hands down and try to touch the feet. Hold the pose as much as you can. Feel the stretch in the body. Now raise your hands again while breathing out. Slowly raise your hands and now bring your hands down. Now relax. I hope you have learned this session. You have learned all the poses, benefits and contraindications of the pose. Now we are going to start our Q&A session. So we are going to start the Q&A session and I'm inviting the Rashmi ma'am for solving your queries.
You can turn on your mics for any query. You can write your queries in the chat box. Is there any question regarding practice? So you can ask freely.
गुड इवनिंग मैम। ये जैसे आपने बताया ना कि हस्तोत्तान आसना, जो हस्तोत्तान आसना जब मैं परफॉर्म करती हूँ तो मुझे थोड़ा सा बेंडिंग में प्रॉब्लम होता है, बैक बेंडिंग स्पेशली। और मतलब मेरे जो मसल्स जो कहते हैं कि ईयर से टच होने चाहिए आपके जो हाथ के हैं ट्राइसेप्स, तो वो टच नहीं होते हैं वैसे उस स्टाइल में, और थोड़े बेंड हो जाते हैं मेरे एल्बो से हाथ। मतलब बैक बेंडिंग नहीं आ पाती है जितनी बैक बेंडिंग मुझे करनी है, तो व्हाट शुड आई डू?
मसल्स जो कहते हैं कि
दैट्स इट, दिस इज माय क्वेरी।
हाँ, तो बेसिकली जो आप
मतलब बैक बेंडिंग नहीं आ पाती है, कितनी बैक बेंडिंग मुझे करनी है, तो व्हाट शुड आई डू? मसल्स जो कहते हैं कि
ठीक है मैम, तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, स्टार्टिंग में आप वॉल सपोर्ट के साथ कर सकते हो। और अगर आपके हाथ जो हैं वो
दैट्स इट, दिस इज
प्रॉपर,
माय क्वेरी।
हाँ, अगर आपके जो बाइसेप्स हैं, जो आप
मतलब बैक बेंडिंग नहीं आ पाती है, कितनी बैक बेंडिंग मुझे करनी है, तो व्हाट शुड आई डू? मसल्स जो कहते हैं कि ठीक है मैम, तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, स्टार्टिंग में आप वॉल सपोर्ट के साथ कर सकते हो। और अगर आपके हाथ जो हैं प्रॉपर, हाँ, अगर आपके जो बाइसेप्स हैं, जो आप बैक बेंडिंग मुझे करनी है, तो व्हाट शुड आई डू? ठीक है मैम, तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, स्टार्टिंग में आप वॉल सपोर्ट के साथ कर सकते हो। और अगर आपके हाथ जो हैं प्रॉपर, हाँ, अगर आपकी जो बाइसेप्स हैं, तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, स्टार्टिंग में आप वॉल सपोर्ट के साथ कर सकते हो। और अगर आपके हाथ जो है अगर आपकी जो बाइसेप्स हैं, यस, वॉइस जो है वो इको हो रहा है यहाँ पे भी। ओके, तो जैसे कि आपने बताया, आप स्टैंडिंग पोस्चर करते हो, स्पेशली स्टैंडिंग में जब बैक बेंड करते हो, तो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम हस्तोत्तानासन करते हैं, स्टैंडिंग बैक बेंड करते हैं, तो हमें क्या करना होता है, दोनों हाथों को सीधा ले जाकर पीछे बैक बेंड करना होता है, ताकि हमें इसका प्रॉपर जो फायदा है, बेनिफिट है, वो मिले। बट आपने बोला कि आपके हाथ एकदम स्ट्रेट नहीं हो पाते। इट्स वेरी नॉर्मल, क्योंकि स्टार्टिंग में किसी भी प्रैक्टिशनर के हाथ जो है बेसिकली स्ट्रेट नहीं जाते हैं, बाइसेप्स ईयर से नहीं टच होते हैं। तो आप क्या करें, धीरे धीरे इसको, प्रैक्टिस को अपनी बढ़ाएं, रेगुलर इसका प्रैक्टिस करें, आपके हाथों को स्ट्रेट रखने का प्रैक्टिस करें, और वॉल सपोर्ट के साथ अगर आप करेंगे तो कोई बहुत इजी पड़ेगा। स्टार्टिंग में किसी भी प्रैक्टिस करें, और वॉल सपोर्ट के साथ। और दूसरी चीज है, आप अपने हाथों को क्रॉस कर सकते हैं, इसका वेरिएशन है, आप अपने हाथों को क्रॉस कर सकते हैं इस तरीके से। जैसे आप कहते हैं सीधे नहीं लेके जा सकते, टेढ़े हो जाते हैं हाथ, तो क्या करें, दोनों हाथों को क्रॉस करें, एंड देन क्रॉस हैंड्स के साथ आप पीछे बैक बेंड कर सकते हैं इस तरीके से। आप क्रॉस हैंड्स के साथ जाने का पहले आप ट्राई करें, क्रॉस कर सकते हैं इस तरीके से। Any other query? Any other question regarding practice?
If you want any recap of these asanas, or you would like to know and learn how we have performed, so let me know, let us know, that we can demonstrate again these asanas. If you have any query regarding this, and if you would like to ask any benefits and contraindications of these balancing asana that we have discussed in the previous, in this session.
Basically, today we practiced the asanas. First, we practiced the pranam then we practiced the tadasana, then triyak tadasana, kati chakrasana, trikonasana. Is there any query regarding these asanas? You can freely ask the question about the asanas, or we can repeatedly demonstrate these asanas if you have any query about this. We can demonstrate again. Is there any query? I think there, I think someone is new.
मैम ये जो त्रियक ताड़ासना के बारे में आप बताए अभी, सो त्रियक ताड़ासना भी सेम ऐसे ही होगा, जो बाइसेप्स टच नहीं हो रहे हैं, ईयर से अगर टच हो जाते हैं तो हमारी बेंडिंग बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट हो जाती है वहां पर।
एक तो होता है हस्तोत्तान, इस तरीके से हम पीछे गए,
हम्म।
इसमें क्या होता है, हमने हाथों को क्रॉस कर लिया।
ये जो त्रियक ताड़ासना के बारे में आप बताए अभी,
और ये
तो
हम
त्रियक ताड़ासना भी सेम ऐसे ही होगा, जो बाइसेप्स टच नहीं हो रहे हैं, ईयर से अगर टच हो जाते हैं तो हमारी बेंडिंग बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट हो जाती है वहां पर।
त्रियक ताड़ासन बेसिकली इस तरीके से किया जाएगा। अगर आपको त्रियक ताड़ासन में प्रॉब्लम आती है, हैंड स्ट्रेट नहीं जाते हैं, तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं, एक साइड अपने कमर पे हाथ रख के दूसरे हाथ को इस तरीके से स्ट्रेच करेंगे साइड में, मतलब वन हैंड से त्रियक ताड़ासन करेंगे। ये सिंपल रहता है एडवांस त्रियक ताड़ासन के अकॉर्डिंग। तो आप इसे इस तरीके से प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं त्रियक ताड़ासन को। ये सिंपल है, बिल्कुल सिंपलेस्ट फॉर्म है। अगर इतना भी नहीं जाता है तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं, हैंड को एकदम स्ट्रेट रख सकते हैं इस तरीके से। एक हाथ आपकी कमर पे रहेगा और एक हाथ आपका बेंड होगे तो स्ट्रेट रहेगा ऊपर की तरफ। इस तरीके से आप प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं। फिर धीरे धीरे जैसे आप प्रैक्टिस बढ़ाएंगे तो प्रॉपर आपका जो है त्रियक ताड़ासन वो होने लगेगा इस तरीके से। ये हमारा त्रियक ताड़ासन है। तो ये इसका एडवांस स्टेज है। इसमें अगर आप इसको एकदम से नहीं कर पाते हो देन आप इसको स्टेप बाय स्टेप जाएंगे इस तरीके से। या तो पूरे हाथ को ले जा सकते हैं, पूरे हाथ को ले जाएंगे, नहीं तो हैंड को एकदम स्ट्रेट रखेंगे। ये कोई भी प्रैक्टिस कर सकता है। इसमें बेसिक जो है हमारी जो ऑब्लिक मसल्स है उन्हें स्ट्रेच करना होता है। बेसिक इसका जो मोटो है वो ऑब्लिक मसल्स को स्ट्रेच करना होता है। सो ऑब्लिक मसल्स को हम लोग स्टेप बाय स्टेप जाकर भी स्ट्रेच कर सकते हैं। सो any other query about this session? Welcome, ma'am. I tried my best to solve your query. I think it's sufficient. Okay. So can we end this session here? Is there any other query? So you can ask anyone. Okay, I think there is no another query. So we will end this session here. Thank you so much for attending this session.